Hi Pine class, it's story time again and we're going to look at our second fable of the week. Just a reminder, fables are stories that have a moral or a message. So as we read this one, see if you can try and figure out what that moral is. And today's fable is called The Travellers and the Bear. One summer evening, late, two travellers, an older one and a younger one, were walking through a forest. All of a sudden, they heard below them a great crashing and a terrible roaring. A huge black bear came lumbering out of the forest. One look was enough. They both ran for their lives, but the bear was running faster than they were. He was catching them up all the time. "Hide!" cried the older traveller. "We must find somewhere to hide." But they were out of the forest by now, and there was nowhere to hide. Suddenly, the younger traveller saw his chance of escape, a single tree by the side of the road. "I'm climbing that tree," he cried. Quick as a flash, he shimmied up the tree to safety, but there was no time for his friend to climb up after him, and the bear was coming closer and closer and closer. Then the older one had a sudden idea. He remembered hearing once that a bear is not interested in eating dead bodies. He would pretend to be dead. He lay down on the path and stayed quite still, not even breathing. From the safety of his tree, the younger traveller looked on in horror as the bear pawed his friend's stiff body and sniffed and snuffled at his head. After a while, the bear had had enough. He gave him one last lick on his ear and his neck and then just walked off. The younger traveller waited for a while to be sure that the bear wasn't coming back, then climbed down the tree and ran to his friend. "Are you all right?" he cried. "I'm fine," said his friend, sitting up. "I thought you were done for. I really did," said the younger traveller. "Me too," replied the other one. "It was funny," said the younger traveller, helping his friend to his feet, "but when the bear was sniffing you, it almost looked as if he was whispering to you." "He was," replied the older traveller. "He told me I should pick my friends better, that anyone who saves himself first and then abandons you to your fate can't be much of a friend." So the moral of this story is fair weather friends aren't worth having. There we go. I'm looking forward to looking at our next fable tomorrow.